Now, in prison, Joseph meets the two former servitors of the Pharaoh who have been thrown into prison for various offenses. And that's how he gets a relation to Pharaoh, because when they're freed, Joseph is interpreting dreams in prison too. And they're impressed that he's able to, one he foresees is going to be executed, the other he foresees is going to be freed. And they're impressed by this. So when the Pharaoh is later having trouble and they're back, one of them is back in the good grace of the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh is being haunted by bad dreams, and there's going to be a famine coming, though he doesn't know it. He says, well, I know someone from prison who can help you out here, sir. And he gets Joseph out of prison and takes him to Pharaoh, and then he tells Pharaoh what to do, what his dreams represent, and therefore in the end he becomes Pharaoh's prime minister, and it's a great story. And then he becomes then he's able to get the 7 good years and the 7 lean years and store up the grain and save the people of Egypt. Then his brothers come down and they're starving, and then he sees them, but he doesn't tell them who he is, and he wants his younger brother to come. It's such a tender story. It's just one of the greatest stories ever told. This narrator is not interested in the story or the plot line. Ultimately, as I said, the point is he should get into Pharaoh's presence so he can save his people. Okay. I told you quickly because I don't have a certain amount of time. So here we start. If the father had known there was a plot, the drama of the story disintegrates. He didn't warn Joseph that his brothers might want to kill him. The beauty of the story is he doesn't know the brothers might want to kill him. That's the drama. That's what makes a great movie. That's what makes a great movie. This is a teaching now. This is more of a sermon and not a drama. Thus thy Lord will prefer thee, and will teach thee the interpretation of events with perfect his grace upon thee, and upon the family of Jacob, as he perfected it on thy forefathers, Abraham and Isaac. Verily, Joseph and his brothers are the signs for the inquiring. You see, it's an instructive sermon here. When they said, verily, Joseph and his brother are dearer to our father than we are, many though we be, lo, our father is in plain aberration. Okay, what's happening here? He's talking about the brothers talking. That is in the story. That the brothers are jealous. That there are 2 sons. But he doesn't know the name of the second son. What's the second son? Benjamin, the younger son of Joseph.
Oh, the baby.
Yeah, the younger son of Joseph. And why are they dearer to the father than the other brothers, according to the storyline? They're the sons of the wife that Jacob loved, the wife that couldn't bear children. So there's a whole thing about Leah and Rachel bearing and Leah bearing, and then they put their handmaidens in and they bear, and so on until there's 12 sons, 12 tribes of Israel. It's the story of the origins of the 12 tribes of Israel in the Bible. It's in Genesis. You should read it before this, but what can I do? I can't force people to do anything in this world. I can only suggest it to you. So if we had plenty of time, I would read it with you. Anyway, I've told it to you. So this is okay. Although Benjamin, I'm not sure, is in the picture yet. I'm not even sure he's been born yet. I don't think he's born yet. But anyway, well, we'll forgive the prophet that. But the point about the brothers they want to kill Joseph. Let us kill Joseph, one said, or cast to some other land. Ah, said the other. That's right. Which one said that we should? One says let's kill him. No, one says it's not clear. They all say let's kill him, but one brother says no, don't kill him. What does he want to do? He wants to get him back to his father. He wants to put him, so he puts him down into a well, and he wants to come back later and draw him out of the well. What's his name? Reuben. The other brother, Judah, says no, let's sell him to a passing caravan. 2 stories are 2 different thread lines. We show that in an Old Testament story that 2 thread lines have been spliced together, 2 storylines, to make a single story, when in fact they were originally separate. The southern tribes, who are descendants of Reuben, rather the northern tribes that are descendants of Reuben, are telling the Reuben hero story. The southern tribes, who are descendants of Judah, are telling the Judah hero story. What happens is you get a whole mess, because if Reuben knew that they'd sold him to the caravanners, he wouldn't have gone back to the well to retrieve it. So the whole story falls to pieces, even in the Old Testament, because it's been spliced from 2 different lines. We call this the 2 textual line theory, but I just did it in an Old Testament class. Anyone in that class in this room? We just did it, right? Yeah. Okay, so in this story here, Muhammad basically has some of the material correctly, but some of the material he doesn't. For instance, he doesn't know the names of the two brothers. He doesn't know the name of the younger brother, and so on and so forth. So again, it's clear. What I'm trying to show you, not to downplay him, there's a lot he does know. It's very impressive, more than anyone in this room, as we see. What I'm trying to say is that, is he operating from memory or written documents? Clearly memory. Not written documents, or these things would be much more precise. So it's memory, the way someone would give a speech or a sermon like I'm doing here. Anyway, one of them said, kill not Joseph, but throw him into a pit. Some caravan will find him. No, that's not what he said. He said, yeah, don't kill him, throw him into a pit. That's Reuben. But he doesn't say some caravan will find him. No, the other storylines sell him to a caravan. Reuben doesn't know that a caravan will find him. He wants to go back and get him. But in the meantime, the one storyline has the caravan, I don't know if you're following me, it's very complicated, this without reading both stories. Has the caravan coming, finding him in the well, pick him out of the well. When Reuben gets back, he isn't there. Anyway, the upshot is that the father is going to be distraught at the loss of his favorite son, who also is given what? The beautiful coat of many colors. It's a famous thing that in the storyline, he's given him the coat of many colors. And here too, here he talks about line 18, the shirt. Let's put blood on the shirt. So he knows that about the coat of many colors. He just calls it a shirt. But it's the beautiful thing about the coat of many colors in the original story. So he knows a lot, but some of it is getting confused. So I think, in fact, we see that the method so far is memory, not actual text. Okay, now, some caravan will come and find him. They said, oh, Father, oh, this is even before they go. They already know what they're going to do before they go, which is not the story. They don't know what they're going to do. They're up in the north of the country, Joseph in the south. His father sends Joseph up with some provisions to them, and they say, oh, here comes that little bastard, that little brat that we hate. Let's deal with it now. And it's at that point, when they see him coming, that they decide to do this. They haven't plotted it all out before. Anyway, never mind. I'm showing you the different story. He's not interested in the plot. He's interested in character. Okay. And he said, lo, in truth it says me, you should take him with you. They convinced the father to let him go, which is not the case. The father sends him. Anyway, a wolf will devour him. It is true that when they take the bloody shirt, they'll say, we'll take the shirt back. And they, in the Hebrew, it is Taraf Yosef. It's a very poetic Hebrew phraseology. Taraf Yosef, a wild beast devoured. It's a